ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to play meme video game. So if you're watching this, first of all, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry in the slightest, actually. Nope. Not even for a second. Second of all, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. Woo! Yeah. And depending on how much time I have to talk about it is all dependent on this intro part. So the first thing I'm gonna mention is that this is the 15 card drop mod for Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, which I'll talk about when we get there. But frankly, yeah, honestly, how much time I have to talk about this game really all depends on this opening sequence, actually, because I'm going to be rolling for decks at the start, and hopefully I get something that's playable. Thankfully, there are a lot more playable things in this as a result of the mod that I'm playing. There'll be a lot of chances to fix my deck, it turns out. I'm not trying to play this game fast or whatever. I'm just going to play this game until I feel like I want to stop, frankly. This is a hot game in a hot meme game, I should say, in the speedrunning community because it's a really good race game, actually. But I'm just gonna farm cards until I feel like it's not fun to farm cards anymore, and then that's how we do and all that. It's like a casual playthrough if casual exists in this game, frankly. So let's go ahead and look at our deck. I don't remember how to fucking play this game, okay? I got a Regeki and a Beast Tank. That's pretty playable. The rest of the deck looks like ass, actually. Wow, the rest of the deck does look like complete garbage. I mean, it's playable. Playable is playable. So, we will, sure, fuck it. Well, I guess we'll keep it, but I'm not happy with it. Yeah, whatever. I thought about rolling, but it's fine. We'll let the game win today. So after Prince told me he's gonna pass on this nerd again, and then we'll go to our room like a nice prince or whatever. The plot of this game, and frankly, I'm not talking about the plot of this game because fuck everything, if we're being honest. The origin of this game, from what I understand, this is the story that I always get told about the Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise in the beginning. Is that basically the card game, the video games, okay, this one, and the show were pretty much all being made roughly around the same time. But while they had what I'm gonna call source material, I guess, for the series, they didn't really know how any of the games were gonna get played. So obviously the card game was most focused around like balancing, and the show was focused around something else, and the game was definitely focused around something else as well, it turns out. So this game is quite special. But honestly, as bad as this game is, this game is honestly super fun for me. I have definitely been one of the people that got converted. I wish I actually knew more about this game than other people. I don't really actually know that much, especially in the early game. And other cool things like signs and this game has a lot of stupid gameplay mechanics. It really is a special video game, and frankly, I'm not sure how they ever expected anyone to beat it, considering how hard it is actually. So there's that. So here's Haishin. He's a nerd. He's so much of a nerd actually that he might have the power to beat us. He might be the best duelist that has ever been seen. Yo, I got a Hoshin again. It's got actual 0 attack, dude. Nice. That's what I want to see in life. Alright, so I played my 0 attack creature. What do you think he's got for me? He's got a moon. Oh, he's got a Trihorn Dragon. Nice. Not bad, honestly. 2850. Not a big deal at all. So, yeah, we're just gonna lose this fight. You can actually theoretically win this fight. It's possible. But... well, I mean, most of the time when people win the fight, they probably are playing like New Game Plus. But even in this point, if you get like stupid RNG, which I'll talk about how this game's RNG works in a second because it makes absolutely no sense. He played a back row. He's trolling me. Can't believe. But if he were to win this fight, actually, he would just be like, nah, that was a fluke. Nah, son. Oh my god. Fucking wipe the bed run. This is wasting maximum time right now. And when he says nah son, you just play him again, and so you keep doing that until you lose, and then you advance the story. Yay! So we lost to Haishin. Imagine that. Frankly, I can't imagine. So yeah. There's a lot to talk about with this game, but frankly, there's not much to talk about right now because of plot reasons. I guess I'm gonna explain how this game works actually. So, as far as drops are concerned, so I'm playing on a mod right now called the 15 Card Drop Mod. Unfortunately, I don't remember who the card drop mods were made by. I'm really sorry that I don't remember your name right now, but there are a bunch of card drop made. They kind of was like a running joke for a while about like, oh, maybe we'll get multiple card drop mods, and then it kind of like willed itself into existence. Now it exists. There's a 5 version, a 10 version, and a 15 version. Those are the most common number values for it. So what happens in this game is whenever you beat an opponent, you get a card. You get a card, a singular card every time you beat an opponent. And for a game about constantly trying to, buff your deck and get good shit, a single card every time you beat an opponent is garbage, actually. So in this version, I'm playing the maximum extreme version that the mod will allow you, which is 15 card drop mod, which means every time I beat an opponent, I'll get 15 cards, which is not exactly 15 times faster, the amount of time you're like saving watching this instead of like, you get the idea. I'm saving you a fuckload of time watching this game, and I'm saving me a fuckload of time playing this game by getting 15 cards every time I beat an opponent instead of 1. And the card drops in this game, the rates for them are pretty bad. I don't remember what the exact number is for thingamabob, but like I want to say the number roughly is like out of 4,096. Is that right? And later in the game, we'll be looking for a lot of card drops that are like 20 out of 4096. Is those the numbers? I don't honestly remember. It's been a while. But the drop rates in this game are abysmally low, and frankly, the cards that we'll be farming for still won't be nearly as good as the cards that they will be playing against us. So there's that. Also, shout out to the best song in the game, by the way. This is the World Tournament music. We're battling Rex Raptor right now. He's about to get his ass beat, by the way. But this song, I could jam the song forever, frankly. It's so good. I'll just play my Torek. So, if you've played Yu-Gi-Oh before, you might be wondering, what the fuck is this? And frankly, yeah. If you're wondering, do any of these monsters have effects? They don't. No monsters in the game have any effects. That's not how this works. Every time we have 5 cards in our hand, but like I'm playing more than 1 card at a time by fusing them. So I can choose multiple cards at once and fuse them together, or I can play multiple cards at once and have them not fuse together, which dumps my hand out like so. And all our cards pretty much suck a lot, so I need to know certain fusions to combine to, which most of them are just based on like typings of like, this is a metal, or not a metal, this is a machine, this is a warrior. So I was combining machines and warriors to make cyber soldiers earlier. Oh, hello lag. But there are also a lot of other weird traits, like there are, I don't know, like dark elves, is that it? Darkness, magician, dark magicians. That's an actual card. Another common one you'll see me using in the game is a female archetype. So a lot of girls get used for fusions. Turns out a lot of the girls are really strong in the game. Wow. I'm gonna take this time to farm for a little bit for a better deck. So I'm gonna save and quit out, and I'm gonna go to free duel and beat Rex Raptor's ass for a bit, if you don't mind. Because right now my deck is pretty bad. So you can see I got, oh hey, this is already a pretty good start. You can see I already got, so instead of all of this that I would drop, you would get 1 card instead. So you can imagine this is a big deal, saving time. I got an Irby, and a Crawling Dragon is the biggest thing on this list for sure. So I'm gonna start getting rid of, let's see, what's bad here. I have some fires and some beast actually, so maybe that's okay. I have so many waters. We'll get rid of some of the waters. Put the Irby in for now because it's just strong. Ooh, I got a thunder too. I did not see this. That's really good. Okay. Can you believe we're already working towards an end game deck? I can't believe it, honestly. I mean, I could put in some more like strong beaters in the meantime, I guess. It's not like the biggest upgrade though, and I'm not gonna bother with it too much. So yeah, so in the early game right now, there are certain fusions that I want just because they're like strong enough, way better than anything I'm currently having in like my deck, I don't know if any of this stuff fuse into each other, frankly. But in the end of the game, you already saw that when I played against Haishin played some bullshit, actually. He just plays like, at the end of the game, they'll be popping out 3,000 attack creatures plus all the time. they'll just toss out Blue Eyes, Ultimate Dragon, which you can never get in the game, by the way. It's not possible for you to get in the game. And you're just like, what the fuck, you know? So we need to start working towards a deck in this game that will let us like win, which frankly is asking for a tall order, for being honest. And the main way we're gonna get around that is by doing fusions. So we're gonna work towards a very common or an easy to do fusion that will get us most of the way through the game, if not all the way through the game, hopefully. But this game is pretty special, so you know. What is this? Is this a what are these cards? I don't honestly know if any of this stuff fuses to each other. I'm just gonna get rid of all of it. Unfortunately, oh, that made a Dark Elf. Oh well, see ya, Dark Elf. My early game knowledge of this game actually isn't that good. I honestly, like, this game is sort of like, I actually really like this game because it kind of reminds me of like a miniature roguelike. As stupid as that sounds, I'm fully aware of how dumb that statement sounds. But it is a lot of like randomness and there's a lot of like knowledge-based things about what fuses into what, and that can really like save your ass in you know, different parts of the game, which I think is pretty damn cool, honestly. But I don't know a lot of the early game fusions because these are the ones that are the most situational. Obviously, I know what I'm working towards as the end goal, but yeah. So I'm mostly just beating Rex Raptor's ass right now because I want better cards and or star chips. Every time I beat an opponent, I will get what is it? Star chips from them, and when you, I should have just dumped my whole hand, frankly. So the amount of star chips you get actually is based on what rank you get when you beat an opponent. There are there are 4 classifications of ranks, if we want to talk about that. I'll talk about that afterwards, I guess. But you can get anywhere from an S to D rank, and a D rank will give you 1 star chip, and a S rank will give you 5 star chips, which is also an abysmally low number, considering what you need the star chips for to trade in value-wise is like a lot. The cheapest thing we'll be buying is 30 star chips, and it only goes up from there, so you can imagine it's pretty gross. But I mentioned that there are 4 classifications of ranks actually, because there's these ranks known as PAL rankings, which is sort of like you beat the opponent really fast, and tech rankings, which is supposed to be like technical, I guess, which means you beat the opponent really slowly but use a lot of like cool tricks and techs, all these different kinds of like spells and shit. And out of those classifications, there are SA Tech, or SA PAL I should start it with. SA PAL, BCD PAL, BCD Tech, and SA Tech. And basically, we classified the S and A ranks together. I got a Electric Snake. That's cool. I'm like trying to multitask right now, and it's clearly not working, as you can tell. But we classify SA ranks and BCD ranks alongside each other because I got another Beast Fangs. I'm kind of okay with this, but at the same time I'm not, because it's not that great of a card still. I mean, it gets the job done, but SA pool and the BCD pool are the same. Even the only difference is how many star chips you get. So what card pool you get for drops for SA powing as opposed to BCD powing is the same. I'm losing my train of thought, dude. Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories does this to me, okay? But all you need to know is that all the different rankings give you different pools of drops. In this case for Rex, I don't really care all that much, I think. The different ranks would give me BCD PAL for now gives me like things like Beast Fangs, but I think in general SA PALing is better for just overall drops. So if I get an S or an A PAL, that means I did the fight pretty fast and not without using that many cards and or spells and equips and things like that. Usually I look at my card counter in the top right corner. You can see U, and it shows you how many cards I have left in the deck. That's usually how I determine how well I'm doing as far as SA PAL goes. It's not this game's ranking system actually is quite something when it comes to determining your rank based on like everything that you do in the match. Lowers like PAL and raises tech and stuff like that. You know, they're the opposites of each other after all, so there's that. I don't really know how long I'm gonna do this Rex farm for. Normally you would actually do this for a pretty long time because you want, I don't know, you mostly just want the star chips at this point, and anything else you get along the way is gravy. But since we're doing a 15 card drop mod, it means that my chances of getting good stuff is, well, a lot higher, as you can imagine. Beat his ass again. Rex is really easy, and he also drops good stuff, so I can actually look at the cards like this in the game using the mod, but I kind of get lazy doing it this way, so I kind of just look at it all at the very end. Also, I got jack shit, I think, so that's fantastic. Maybe the next time I get something good from him, I think I will stop farming. I'll talk about more like detail of what I want in the game as far as drops are concerned, but the biggest thing you need to know right now is that we're mostly trying to get does this combine? I don't remember. Fuck if I know, dude. We're mostly just trying to get dragons and thunders are the biggest thing, because those will pretty much be our end game fusions that we're looking for. They will be used to make the good shit, question mark. Citation needed. I'm gonna combine this female with a plant because it makes Queen of Autumn Leaves, which is 1800 attack, which is pretty good right now, actually. So things like female and plants make Queen of Autumn Leaves. Female and rocks make Mystical Sand, which is a 2100 attacker, which is also quite strong right now. So in general, you want to look for those in your starting deck as well, if you can. The way your starting deck is determined actually is that it shuffles between, it gives you like a certain amount of what would be like 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star cards, and then you always get 3 spells, 1 which is either Regeki or Dark Hole, and 1 equip spell and 1 field spell. So in general, you want Regeki instead of Dark Hole. Dark Hole actually in this game destroys back row as well, which is pretty strong honestly, and in theory it's a lot better than Regeki, it turns out. But Regeki is generally just a lot more easy mode. It's better for lazy mode farming, and it's also like it becomes more of like a win more card. But definitely Dark Hole is better for catching you up actually, because Dark Hole destroys the whole field, while Regeki still destroys just the enemy line. Some of the cards work the same, if you can believe that. Frankly, I can believe it, but you know. Oh, this is not the best farm. Rex is not being nice to me right now. I expected as much though. So generally you want Regeki, so that's one of the things I'm looking for in my starting deck. Things that you definitely want if you're not playing 15 card drop mod, where I can fix all my mistakes easily, question mark, citation needed, is that you would also want an equip card, and you want a certain equip, one of like 5 equips I think, like Beast Fangs, Dragon Treasure, Horn of Light, Invigoration I think is one of them. There are a couple of equip cards that you could roll with, and the main reason for that is because that equip card will actually go on what we're trying to make in the end game. So there's that. And equip cards normally in the game are pretty hard to get. And equip cards are especially important because the creature that we're trying to make is strong, but not end game strong. So we need equip cards to help push him over the edge, so we can actually like start beating people's asses if that's possible, which frankly I'm not sure is actually possible in this game. I really like, every time I see this game, I just want to ask the developers of the game how they expected anyone to actually beat it, honestly, because it's a little ridiculous, it turns out. The difficulty is special, and RNG is also special. Like, aside from the RNG that I'm doing right now with drops, like, you know, like, there's a lot going wrong in this game, man. Let me tell you that. So I actually played this the other day. I kind of de-rusted it, if that makes any sense. I honestly haven't watched people play this game in a long time, so I don't know that much about it. I know like just mostly the basics. But yeah, de-rusting it yesterday was pretty fun. But the 15 card drop mod actually makes this game really fun and fast. It's sort of like, I don't know. It's something you can beat in one sitting now, which is really nice, even though you're still bashing your head against the wall at the ending, which is fantastic. I love, this is it. This is the pinnacle of gaming. Okay, okay, we're done. I saw like my top 2 cards. There were 2 Fallen Dragon number 2s. We're done. I will go ahead and just advance it for the time being. So let's go ahead and swap some stuff out of the deck. I got 2 crawling. Oh my god, I have so many crawling dragon number 2s. Princess Tsurugi, that's good. Mostly because it's just another girl. What do I want to get rid of here? I can get rid of some of these zombies, I think, at this point. I don't know the zombie combinations all that well. Damn, I got... Why do I have so many of them? I actually had way too many. What is this? Oh, I don't want that. What is this? Alright, dude. I mean, we can do, like, straight upgrades, but is it even amazing? Who named this card bad, dude? You're a moron. That guy's a moron. Fire that man who named that card. And we'll get rid of... Sorry, Cyberstein. You might be OP normally, but... So this deck is... okay right now. It'll definitely... succeed in... for the rest of the World Tournament, I hope. I hope I get good enough luck for it, frankly. Let's see how many star chips I have. 22. That's not enough, I think. Pretty sure I need 25 or 30? 25. Okay, 25 is the lowest thing we need. So, maybe I'll input the code for a card afterwards. The cards that I'm inputting the codes for are like, you know, all the numbers are actually on the cards themselves. Is how you're supposed to do it. And I think you can do that in a couple different games, actually. But the amount of star chips you need in this game to put in the passwords for the cards is just dumb. Some of them I think need like 800 star chips to get. I think all the equipment need like 800 or like 500. I want 600. I don't know. It's some absurd number for an equip card of all things, you know. So go figure. Oh, I should do that. Does this combine together? I don't think it does. Nope. So this is not the best hand. Wow, he played Jirai Gumo. What? That's actually like his strongest card, and he put it in defense. What the fuck just happened there? The AI in this game makes no fucking sense, dude. I guess this is a good time to talk about the enemy AI, actually. Besides from being pretty manipulatable in certain ways, the AI in this game is a complete cheating bastard, it turns out. They are big cheaters, actually. So what happens when you play against the AI is that they don't draw hands, per se. When we play against them, they draw decks, actually. And like when they draw their deck, it's actually like 15 cards off the top of it too. Cause you'll see, like, if you ever see someone play this game with a mod that he got another Jiragumo! Oh my god, we're gonna lose. If you ever see someone play this game with a mod that shows the enemy's hand open, their last card will just transform into some bullshit sometimes. Because it do be like that, actually. So unfortunate. I got the hardest of Weevil Underwoods. He's gonna beat my ass with these Yorigumos. So yeah, that's good. The last card transforms because, well, they draw a lot of cards off the top of their deck. So when you hear people talk about this game and they're like, oh, I got hard mode, an enemy, or easy mode person, that just means that they're talking about they got pretty much an easy version of their deck or a hard version of their deck. Most of the time it's the hard version, I'll just say that much. And that's what they mean when they talk about it, because, yeah, it's Disc Magician! So in this case I got like probably the hardest Weevil Underwood, because Jiragumo actually is the strongest card he can toss out of his various decks. And 2200 right now is like not, you know, it's pretty fucking strong for this one game. Considering, you know, I'm making like some decent fusions like these, but you know, not that soggy. 1500 defense, dude, this guy's deck is popping off right now, honestly. He actually went apeshit. I can't believe it. Thankfully, we top decked the Regeki, which is all I need to see. I love top decking. and we didn't let him have the glory of victory. So the World Tournament section is pretty linear. You just keep playing matches in a row. You can't. I save a lot. And you're like, oh, you save a lot because it's safe or whatever, right? Actually, whenever I lose a match, I will game over. When I game over, that's it. It goes back to the title screen. So if I were to lose at any time in this without saving, I will lose a lot of progress. So I need to make sure to save a lot as a result, so that stuff doesn't happen because it would look massively stupid. Tripwire Beast, wow, dude. That's good. I'll get rid of the zombie. There's another thunder for me. I got another Uraby if I want to play that. Just for a strong creature. Dinosaurs kind of suck though. I'll just do a trade of this, and then I could put in... Yeah, I'll put Goddess of Third Eye in. That'll be fine. I'll get rid of like the Hoshiningen, because you suck. What else do we got here? This Fiend Sword is just strong at this point, so I might just put that in. It's kind of awkward to put in stuff that's just strong, though, for being honest. I mean, I should really be getting rid of these Fiends. The Fiends don't actually do anything for me in the deck. So we'll just do that really fast, and we'll see how that goes. If it looks like I know what I'm doing, I don't. I just want a clear disclaimer that I have no idea what the hell's happening in this game. Just so we're perfectly clear about everything. Anyways, we're against my Valentine. I'm gonna make my Queen of Autumn Leaves. I'm like not even talking about some of the fusions that I make. I only know a couple, so I try to just focus on the ones that I know, and that should be enough to get me through a World Tournament, which is their early game and all that. As well as I got some nice 1500 beaters here, or not. Well, y'all defenses are too high lately. The rent is too damn high. Why is the song so good? Oh my god, dude. The power of these monsters that they're playing out today is very, very, very impressive. And I don't like it, frankly. So, one of the things that I neglect to talk about, actually, because I don't know that much about it, other than a couple specific situations, is that every time I play a creature, I play it in a certain guardian star, basically like a certain sign. Every sign beats each other, basically. So, this is good against this, but loses to this, and all that stuff. And each card can be one combination of, or one of two possible guardian stars. If you're like, hey, what does what be what? I don't fucking know what beats what. I really don't. There's a lot of cards in the game that have the song. It's something I should learn, but like I've never really bothered with learning, and I'm not sure how much I care to. I only know a couple important ones where it matters in certain matchups, but yeah. I personally would love to, like I said, I'd love to know more about this game, frankly, because I think it's, I don't know, it's one of those games that I think would be fun to be really knowledgeable in. It's super dank, dude. It's memey. And having all that information actually is useful playing this. I was supposed to go buy something with my star chips, actually. So let's go do that right now. You play a tough game, Yugi. You like the part where I neglected to talk about like how we were in like ancient Egypt and now we're Yugi Moto. I saved, so I'm gonna go ahead and do some star chip stuff. I've got a lovely notepad in front of me right now with some numbers on it, so we'll go ahead and use that. And I'm gonna buy me a thunder because thunders are a lot harder to get in this game than dragons. So we'll go ahead and buy ourselves a La Leon. And I'll go ahead and save again. And we'll continue on with the World Tournament, which is going pretty well right now. After Weevil did some stoops, frankly. So just leave. I'll build my deck in a second. Oh no, Bandit Keys! Look how smug he is though. And he's gonna beat my ass with his Zoa top deck. I can feel it coming. I feel it coming! I'll get rid of the Masked Clown for this Lala Leon. Got some Celtic Guardians and a Rogue Doll. Ooh, an Immortal of Thunder. I'm actually getting a good amount of Thunders. That's good to see. I'm gonna start getting rid of the Beast, I think. Wow, a 1600 machine. Okay, I see you. Oh wait, I have to get rid of the Fiends. The Fiends first. Fiends always go first, dude. Those cards suck. Wow, I got a lot of just strong attackers, if that counts for something. I'll put a Rogue Doll in there because I think it counts as a female. I got a Torek, I guess. Sure. What else do I got? It's garbage in here. Yeah, I really should just start getting rid of all the fires and the beast. I didn't really get to use that combination that much. That's a fun combination, but I don't really think that's that important right now. Put some Celtic Guardians in there. Spirit of the Harp, though. Nice. Maybe I should put that in there instead. Are these all females? Yeah. Yeah, so that's fine in that regard. Those are probably still useful for the time being. I'll get rid of maybe the plants. I'll get rid of one plant and I'll put a Spirit of the Harp in there. I totally don't know what I'm doing, by the way. Deck optimization. I don't know a damn thing. Who has ever been optimal in their life ever? When it comes to talking about me, that is not a real thing. Hey, look! I made a twin hit the Thunder Dragon. Woo! First one of the game. So this is the creature that we're trying to make that will hopefully carry us throughout large portions of the game. It is the twin. I made another twin hit the Thunder Dragon. Woo! Let's go. Get shit on Bandit Keith. And the way that we make it is, wow, he even played his he played his strongest card. I had hard mode Bandit Keys and everything. Oh my god, what a nerd. Fuck that idiot. So, the way you make a twin hit Thunder Dragon is you need to combine a dragon and a thunder. That's the most common way, for sure. But another requirement of it actually is that the cards that you're combining for actually need to be a certain strength value. One of them needs to have a high enough total attack in order to make the twin hit Thunder Dragon, because the highest strength of a creature determines what you fuse into actually. So let's say I have a dragon and a thunder, and they're both 800 attack each. So the highest attack is 800. Let's say if one of them was 900 attack, then the highest attack would be 900, right? If I fuse those two together, I would make a Thunder Dragon, which is 1600 attack, which is not twin hit Thunder Dragon. It's only one hit actually. So the base threshold that I'm looking for is I need a creature with 1600 attack, and then after one of them, so one of my dragons or thunders needs to be 600 attack. Thunder Dragon is both a dragon and a thunder, so it's really strong in that regard. And if I do that, so if I have a dragon with 600 attack or a thunder with 1600 attack, that's probably not happening. Let's see if a combinatory attack. And I combine that with the other, then I will make me a twin hit Thunder Dragon, and we'll be all happy in the world. So I'm pretty lucky right now because a lot of the dragons that I have right now are what we consider level 2 dragons, which already are 1600 attack. So in those regards, I can actually just toss a thunder with them and I'll make a twin hit Thunder Dragon. But most of the dragons we'll be getting, probably, will not be 1600 attack. So we'll need to fuse into a Thunder Dragon and then fuse that into something else in order to make a twin hit Thunder Dragon. There are a couple other ways of getting a twin hit Thunder Dragon that have some jank to them. But yeah. So most of the times I will fuse a dragon with something else. It doesn't necessarily need to be a thunder. I can fuse it with, like, say a card that just makes a bigger dragon. Then I can fuse that into a thunder, and then I'll make a twin hit Thunder Dragon, stuff like that. By the way, is this plot going on? I don't fucking care. The Shadi is telling me about some bullshit. We're seeing, like, ancient Egypt, and I don't know. Yugi, like, talks as his own character, but for some reason I don't know, the other guy doesn't say anything ever. He's like, you're the first person. Yeah, I don't really got anything to say. Joey's a nerd. Anyways, we're gonna fight against Shadi now, if that makes any sense. We're in the finals, by the way. Shadi is an actual nerd because his deck actually sucks a lot for this point in the game, which makes goddamn no sense why he's here. I don't know how he got into the final, for being honest. Giant is lead, dude. What the hell? Mechanical Taker! Yeah, this game has typos in it. Why wouldn't it, you know? Why wouldn't it have typos in it? You'd be fucking crazy to think that it's a perfect video game. It is the perfect video game, dude. This is it. It's the pinnacle of gaming, dude. And I fucking love it, frankly. Rest in peace, the World Tournament music, by the way, is because it's now gone. And I am infinitely upset as a result. I have weird stuff. Sure, we'll just play my sword. So Shadi is pretty much a loser with his deck. Sometimes he'll pop off. I'm hoping he doesn't, because he'll make me eat my words. But right now he's not, which is making me quite happy. Wait, no, that's not how that works. I mean, I might as well just... Well... I don't think these combine into anything, so I'll just play the... Yeah. Maybe I should have kept this one, actually. The Other Thunder. And just played my Immortal Thunder, because the stronger base power. It's not that big of a deal, though. He's getting hit by a literal sword. Makes no sense. Floating sword magic. These combine, right? Maybe not. Maybe it's earlier on. Can't you make? I thought you could make like a plant soldier, bean soldier. Maybe it's my power is too high for it. I think bean soldier is actually a really shitty card. So Celtic Guardian will win us today instead. Yeah, you can see like freaking Weevil was playing Juragumos. Benny Keith played a Zoa on me and all this bullshit. And this guy is playing a Sectarian of Secrets. Mind you, he killed my creature, so good for him. But yeah, this guy is not strong at all. That's the wrong Guardian Star. So if I see that it's red right there, that means I am the wrong Guardian Star and they will get a 500 boost against me. But if it's yellow, then I will get a 500 boost against them, so like that. It matters. It does. I just happen to not know about it, you know. Anyway, Shadi's a nerd, and he gets his Millennium item suck. Apparently he has 2 Millennium items, by the way. I don't fuck if... No, I'm not explaining anything about the plot, dude. There isn't one. We're not talking about jack shit. Who the fuck is you? God damn it, dude. Alright, so we're in the finals, so we're gonna be playing at a bunch of like tryhards now. First tryhard is Bakura. The easiest of the tryhards besides Shadi, because most of the time if you lose in this fight is because he decked you out actually, because he just plays a bunch of walls, which is beyond stupid, mind you, but it do happen. I'm pretty sure he can, in the worst case scenario, he can play like Millennium Shields and stuff like that, which would be gross. Because then I will be wasting a lot of time, it turns out. Because I don't really have much that can get past 3,000 defense. Not much does get past 3,000 defense in general, honestly. I would need a THTD, Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon with an equip, which I do have an equip in my hand right now, but I don't have Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon, so there's the 1400 attack, huh? Make my Queen of Autumn leaves, which will somehow get past us. But yeah, normally he just plays a bunch of defense mode creatures. I need to take the Sogen out of my deck. What the hell is this? That's stupid as hell. This sign actually could be a shield. Yeah. So there are certain things I know when I look at them just based on a sign. I'm like, it could be a certain creature, and I know if they played in that sign, in defense position, it's probably a Millennium Shield. At worst case scenario, which I just said the worst case scenario right there, so we'll play Regeki instead. One of the ways I can get around it. What the hell happened with the cursor there? Soulblade doesn't play another one, otherwise we'll be stalled even longer in this fight. Okay, he's attacking me. Wow. Apparently looking at when he played it though, my Guardian Star is actually the right sign to beat his ass, so we'll do that. I'll play another Queen of Autumn Leaves. They're not overly strong, but they're getting the job done right now, which is impressive for being honest, but I digress. Oh my god, that's not what I want to see. Really not what I want to see, actually. I hope it's not under the shield. Haha! Punk that idiot! Alright, fine. You may have the stalled battle, sir. You will win this day. Theoretically, I can just win if I were to like... Oh, well, this will work. If I just like bitch slap enough of his stuff over and over. I need to make sure I put this in Moon actually, because if I put it in the other sign, actually, that would actually be the wrong Guardian Star, and he would actually get enough stat bonuses for me not to kill him. He'd be at 3,500 because he is the proper Guardian Star to beat me. So that's one of the ones that I do remember, and it's stupid. Sectarian of Secrets, we got one, dude. Alright, King of Games! And you get paper, cards. Children's card games have never been more intense in their life, frankly. Who are you again? Think winner. Okay, okay, Tia. I'll think winner just for you. Once again, saving after every fight in case I lose, which is pretty likely to happen. And because if I game over, it's all bad. Here's Pegasus. Yugi boy. My drops in between these have not. What the fuck is this? Hello? Okay, my drops in between battles unfortunately has not been the best. We haven't been improving in the World Tournament all that much, which is not what I want to be seeing. Maybe Pegasus can be a bro and help me out here. Pegasus can drop some pretty good stuff. But Pegasus will also, I don't know, beat my ass, so there's that. He probably can get over this. I'll just put an event code. And not that it matters that much anyways. Paradragon, okay. That's a good one? I don't know. I'll make a Karyushin, whatever it is, and I'll equip it with some fangs, and hopefully this is good. It is. Feel a little awkward using one of my dragons like that, but it'll do the job for the time being. Hopefully he doesn't run it over. Okay. I did draw another Thunder, so there's that. I'll play Celtic Guardian. I should have dumped some other cards. Honestly, a lot of times when I like miss fusions, it's because I'm just dumping cards to try to like, you know, thin out my hand. Deck thinning is deck winning, so I can get to my other cards. You know how card games work. But sometimes I don't think about it because I'm lazy. I gotta actually put in inputs, you know. I don't want to do that. That guy is a rude. The rude Sandstorm. Instead of being the rude Sandstorm, maybe it should have been the nice Sandstorm. You ever think about that? Ha! I think I made a Dark Elf again. Oh, Dark Witch. Oh yeah, isn't it like... I forgot about that combination completely, actually. It's like a fairy with a female? Is that what it is? I should know that combination because it's also pretty good in the early game, but I don't. So there's that. But I remember fairies being good for something, so maybe that's what it is? Oh my god. Alright. Bold Escargot, is that my boy? This match is going really slowly because I'm not drawing anything big. Not that I have that many big things in my deck, so you know. We'll get there anyways because he hasn't played anything. Stoops, and hopefully he won't, because that would be great. Flame swords, man. He has a big sword. And apparently it's getting owned by Neptune a bunch. Water beats fire, I suppose. Alright. My rank's already pretty in the dumps, so I'm just gonna play my Regeki. I try not to play Regeki sometimes because it does lower your power ranking. It goes more to tech ranking. But yeah, it's not a big deal right now. Baby Dragon! Thank you. I need that actually. Because it is a dragon, so it'll go in a deck. Because dragons actually combine with a lot, even if I'm not making THCD. They combine with like plants, waters, thunders obviously. They combine with rocks, machines. They have a lot of combining parts. They're honestly ridiculous. So yeah, they're just good all the time. But they're good, especially good because they're gonna be made for 28 other dragons. Yay! Here's Isis. You'll be seeing a lot of Isis in a second because spoilers, we may or may not farm her later. What am I doing? Ooh, a Wicked Dragon with an Urzat's head. I got 2 dragons. I got 3 Umis in that fight. What the fuck? Cool, I guess. I need to get rid of the Sogan. I'll put an Umi in. What else should I get rid of? I probably should start getting rid of some of these machines. So I'll put this in. And oh, got a dragon treasure too. Ooh, shit! Oh my god, Pegasus gave me the fucking hookup. Shit, dude. Maybe I should just farm Pegasus instead. Fuck that, man. Pegasus is the truth. That's my boy. That's the homie. Damn, dude. Do I want to play a second Umi? Not right now. Umis are nice because they actually do buff Twin-Handed Thunder Dragon as a field. Field spells are slower than equip spells, but when you need all that you can get, yeah, they're nice. So let's see here. The only real thing you need to know about Ice is that she plays a lot of Neptune creatures, a lot of water-based creatures, which pretty much always get played in Neptune sign. And Neptune actually gets beaten by what is it? The Pluto alignment. So if you play something big in Pluto, it's usually enough to go in deep enough, you know. So you can see this gets a buff on it, and I can get rid of it. Wow, she played a really weak creature actually. So even the 1600 right now actually is practically a 2100, which is good. And Twin-Handed Thunder Dragons actually also come in Pluto. So if you ever make a THTD in Pluto in this fight, you usually win. She her strongest card that she can play actually is a Black Skull Dragon, which is 3200 attack. So that's the bad news. But if you ever have a THTD and equip on it, you can get over like that as well. Wow, she played. Wow, her deck is super jank right now. What the heck? Firecracker? I've like never seen her play that in my life. What are you doing, Isis? Another annoying thing about Isis that a lot of people are aware of is that she has a lot of Swords of Revealing Light in her deck, which does exactly what it does in the card game. The normal one, I mean. And, yeah. 3 turns is a lot of time in this jank-ass game, I must say. So, there's that. One of the cards that actually does what it normally does. Ooh, another dragon. That's good. So yeah, Isis drops a lot of dragons and waters, and she can also drop Dragon Treasure. Though Pegasus also, I don't think Isis drops any thunders typically, so I think maybe Pegasus is better. Oh, but Isis can also drop Widespread Ruins, which is a really good trap card that you saw Haishin, that nerd play, which when you set it, it destroys any creature that's attacking you. Or the first creature that attacks after you set it, basically. And that's good. There are other cards like that, like Acid Trap Hole, but Acid Trap Hole only works for certain attack ranges, whereas Widespread Ruin works on any creature, which is any attack power. Why do I have this in my deck still? Probably because it's strong, I guess. Ooh, I got a lot of dragons actually. So that's fantastic. We're gonna just start cutting stuff out now at this point. Whatever I see that I don't like, I just cut it out. Another Yamatana, this, another baby dragon. Isis and Pegasus gave me the hookup. Sure, we'll get rid of Shadow Ghoul. Twin Long Runs, and I got even more Umis. Or maybe it just still says new on it, I don't know. Yeah, okay. So we're finally at the final of the World Tournament. This is Kaiba. And Kaiba is a nerd. That he is. I'm gonna not play that just yet. Cause I could play my THCD right now, but on worst case scenario, he'll play Blue Eyes White Dragon, and I will just get buoy blasted. Thankfully, it did not happen, so I'm a bit more comfortable tossing it out. Cause in his top 15 cards of his deck, he does not have a Blue Eyes White Dragon, so that's pleasant to say the least. So we'll go ahead and do some combining parts to get to my THDD. So now if he plays a Blue Eyes, that means he either styled on me or he top decked it, which him top decking it is the more, well, frankly I think both results are pretty equally as likely. The bottom card, the last card in his list does potentially mean that he top decked it, so there's that. But now we have a Dragon Treasure, which I'll gladly put on immediately, so we're pretty much safe for the rest of this fight actually. Don't have to worry about anything anymore. Okay. I got a Bageki. Wow, this is a really shitty Kaiba. You got nothing good. That's called easy mode Kaiba, dude. Playing his last card again. See what you got, nerd boy. That's not it. Does he have a shields in his deck? I don't know. I'll just play Bageki for fun. Mostly because I don't know what else to play there in that turn. I don't really think dragons combined with warriors, so. Okay. Just play whatever at this point, and slap him away with my THCD, and you win. Even with the Guardian Star loss. Nice. Alright, so that World Tournament went pretty well, honestly. Got a C rank, it's fine. Me defeated! So I don't know, his staff gets like suck because all like the other items, and you have all of the items or some bullshit that help me, is this what you wanted? I forgot to name myself that. And now we're like we get untrapped in this world or some bullshit, and now we're like, that's what? I don't know what the fuck the point of the World Tournament part was at all. If we're being honest, I don't think it serves any purpose in the lore. But yeah, so now we're like in present time, I guess. Now we're talking in first person. Cool. I forget where to go from here. Kings Valley, I think. So here's a guy. He's like, he recognizes you or some bullshit. Oh wait, I'm not supposed to go here yet. My bad. I don't do that just yet. Instead, what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually go back to this place and we'll go to the dual ground, the old dual ground, because it's not used anymore. And when you go here, it's like abandoned, and here's Juno and all that shit. And they'll take you to a new location, the new hip and happening place where all the cool kids go to. And here's Tiana. And bullshit. And the most important thing is that I decline dueling with them. That's important. Because even here, even when I'm dueling against my best friends, if I were to lose to them, I would game over. And then I would lose progress. The only time it doesn't matter if you lose to an opponent is during free duels, actually. So when we do free dueling, we're grinding, it won't matter if we lose. But in any time in the story, campaign mode, if you're to lose, get bopped. For free. There's nobody here. I'll enter it. But there's someone here! Oh my god! Can't believe it. What did you drop? Oh, I got 3. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, sure. Guess we start getting rid of these. Got fucking 3 one-natural dragons just from Kaiba. Hello. And I got my last baby dragon. Unfortunately, that means if I see these anymore, they won't be useful. Okay, I got a lot of level 1 dragons in my deck now, so that's pretty cool. I will take it. As he draws his level 2-1. Should actually combine them to the long path to get rid of more cards in my hand. Oh well. Decision making is important in this game. Honestly, a lot of decisions that you do make are quite relevant, it turns out. They require you to be smart somehow. I'm not sure either. But anyways, here's a mage soldier. He's a nerd, if we're being honest. Compared to what we just dealt with in the World Tournament with like Kaiba and Isis and Pegasus and all that stuff, this guy, he will get stomped pretty hard. I'm not even sure what his best card is. Maybe like a Jirai Kumo or something. But yeah, you shouldn't have any issue here. If you made the World Tournament, you'll be fine. So I'll just wail on him until he decides to finally lose. But he's not done yet. Turtle Tiger. Yay! Alright, slap him with the THCD, and we'll go ahead and beat his ass successfully. So after we successfully beat his ass, he'll finally get the fuck out of here, and we can search Simon's room, and he gets a map. So now that we have the map, we can actually show it to the other guy at the King's Valley. Can I be of service? Yeah, here, take this map. So, mostly just a lot of plot stuff right now, if you can believe that. I know I don't want to believe it, but like, we're believing it. And some Seto comes out of nowhere or some shit. And tells us, he mocks us on whatever. So anyways, at this point in the game, we're like, there's a bunch of like high mages, and they have stuff. And we need to beat all their asses in order to get stuff back. And after we get all the stuff back, we'll basically be at the end of the game. Yeah, great. So the map tells us where they all are. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this part. Next time, grinding happens. The best part of the game, the part that truly makes up the pinnacle of Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, dude. It's gonna be sick.